well. The roof's coming up really nice. It's a lovely day. I had nothing to complain about. Unfortunately, we've had to stop.
Hello everybody.
Steve here and Andy. Morning. We're just on the road. It is just gone 5. So we've stopped at McDonald's for some food, and we'll go and get some fuel in a second as well. Well, here we are, folks, on the way to the job. We've got a nice roof to clean today and tomorrow. This is Friday that we're filming. Back on Saturday morning, but we've decided to stay over so that the journey isn't as long and we're nice and fresh for Saturday morning. Journey's done. 3.5 hours on the road with traffic and stops. Here we are at this property. So we're taking over for Sid today because unfortunately Sid has COVID and he's not feeling up to it. So I'm just going to show you this roof, do a bit of a Sid style video. Got these nice tiles, a fair bit of moss on the back. A couple of dormers up there that might be tricky, but we'll get around it. You can see just up there, the edges of the tiles look quite red, so hopefully this will change colour nicely and end up looking really good. All this patio's coming up and they're having resin put down, so that should be nice. No need to clean it. Lovely access for this roof. None of the gutters going to the ground, so we're all good. We can disconnect these up here, and what I normally do is just let that drop onto the ground and then we sweep up the massive mossy mess. Now this is where all the moss is at. There's quite a bit on that roof. I assume it's because of these bushes, trees and things. So we're going to get set up, get the tower out. Hello. So I've got the tower scaffold set up, we're all ready to go. The roof is going to come up really well. We've just done a test patch up there, you can see the colour coming through, it's an orangey red. And we've got all of this moss up here. There's a couple of slip tiles in places that we'll have to take care of. And there's a lot to come down, but it will clean up nice, as you can see. We've got the van there, Andy's running the V-top out of the side door. He's cleaning up the patio area, the steps and the stonework. And I'm just going to focus on the roof. So Sid originally booked this in for 2 days, but obviously he's been taken ill, got COVID, poor lad. I think we should be able to get it done in 2 days. The flat surface cleaner flies through it. If I stop videoing and just get on with the job, I think that would be the best solution, and we'll get done. So it's going to be a long day. Just going to crack on. I'm going to video it as much as I can. I think it's just starting to rain, so wish me luck. See you in a bit. as you can see there's a broken tile. It looks like someone's tried to put a roof ladder up the roof, maybe to access the chimney or the aerials. There's a couple that have been pushed up on the way, so we'll notify the customer that there's a couple of damaged tiles. There's one right at the top of this ridge, just 4 or 5 down from that top there. That's slipped, so that might need replacing. There's a couple in the valley over here as well, just near the bottom. And then there's a couple of slipped ones around the place, as you can see under the dormer there. But all in all, it's very good condition. Look at that for a contrast. It's coming up really well. So chuffed with that. So I'm just moving on to this side. Same again really. A lot of moss. There's a real bad patch of lichen up there. I'm not sure what that's from. So there's a dormer window here, Velux window, a big chimney stack in the way. Luckily we can move around a bit up here. Should be able to get around the back of that, no problem. And then again on this side we can get as much as we can from here, so there's no issues. The ridge will come up nice and I'll just work over the top of that half over there, try and reach as much as possible. I've just started cleaning some of this, and as you can see the valley is full of debris, all the leaves and the moss that's built up over the years, and it's actually seeded plants where birds have dropped. So there's also pointing coming out here, which is all along the underside of these tiles. Now that's just years of where the moss has got in and it's frozen. This tile is actually loose, so we're going to have to re-cement that in. All the pointing under there is completely shot, so we will advise the customer that these valleys are needing attention. This big lump here has fallen from further up. I'm not sure at what point because all these leaves are now under it. Let me use that while I'm here. Just the sheer build up. And the trouble is with this, that then allows rainwater to sit up at the top of this valley above all the mess, and in a really hard downpour you could get water going up over the sides, soaking in to the ceiling and potentially cause damp and issues. So my next task is to rake all of that out, clean the valley down, allow the water that we create to fall down the valley and drain properly, and then I will give some attention to these valleys and see what the best option is. It's completely eroding away there, and as you can see there's mud and debris that's got up underneath that. So it all needs to come out, all of this. Another thing that we typically look for is the pointing on these. The edges is quite good. There's no issues here as far as I can see, it's all in fairly good condition. That needs sorting. I think we're good to go with the clean though. Again at the bottom here, this is all loose coming out and it's bringing tiles with it, so we'll wedge it back for now. Try and clean as what we can, and then advise the customer that the next route might be to get this valley cemented, repointed, ensure all the tiles go back on nicely. The roof's coming up really well. I'm happy with the results. The customer's happy with how it's coming up. So once we've had a rinse down, we'll clean all under the fascias, soffits, clean the windows, clean the window sills, clean all the lead off, rinse everything down, and finally the gutters at the bottom. We then treat the roof with Biocide, so you'll see that later on sprayed on the roof, and that kills off any organic growth that's left. Gets between the tiles, all of the lichens that we've removed. Some of the staining may remain, so without turning the pressure up too high, we simply leave it, treat it, and that will wash off over the next few rainfalls. Kills it off. that little guy will not leave me alone. I think I maybe disturbed his nest or something. All we've got left to do now, set the shower scaffold up there, just somewhere on the drive, and that will get us up to a height where we can reach this front of this property. Clean that triangle off. There are no gutters there, so we'll have to sheet up. Quite a bit of moss coming off that, I would imagine. So unfortunately, everything was going well. The roof's coming up really nice. It's a lovely day. I had nothing to complain about. Unfortunately, we've had to stop because the customers made us bacon. Well, as you can see, we had a nice bit of lunch, quick coffee, and now I'm back up the tower. So what we've got going on here is the turbo nozzle on the end of the lance. Now that allows us to clean the ridges a lot easier. Because they're quite a delicate structure, we don't want to get the flat surface cleaner anywhere near them. And then again, for the dormers, where it's at an angle on the side, using the flat surface cleaner can be a bit of a chore and actually damage your back if you're not careful trying to hold it down. So the turbo nozzle is pretty much upright all the time. The water pressure coming out kind of equalises the weight of the pole and the turbo, so you don't actually put too much strain on yourself while you're cleaning that. Almost done on this face. All we've got is that elevation there from about the dormer onwards, and then just up there we've got this dark patch above the dormer here. So I'm at half height with the tower scaffold. What I'll do is add another section on here. The platform will be up here, and I'll be able to catch the top of that dormer, clean it off, and anywhere around the crop. Then tomorrow morning, set the tower up over there, up there, and get that side of the dormer. Clean all the gutters out. As you can see, they're flowing freely. What we've done is allowed it to drop onto the floor, and although it creates quite a mess, it's easier to sweep up as the water drains down the drive, disappears, all the moss is left. We can sweep it all up into a pile, and then it's all easier to clean. So that's it for today. Just going to start packing up. So now we go up the road to a hotel, stay the night, popped out to grab a quick Indian meal, and then back on Saturday morning. Just set the laptop up again to record some more footage, and as you can see, this is the worst bit of moss on this property. So we're going to get cleaning this, and as the video is getting quite long now, I feel like I should probably just put some music on and let the video roll without talking too much. So I hope you enjoy, and please like and subscribe. Luckily this patio is getting ripped up next week, I believe, for a new resin patio, which should look nice. So there's not too much worry about the mess, although we will still clear it up. It is a messy job. All the windows will need cleaning, gutters, fascias, soffits, walls rinsed down. But apart from that, it will look stunning when done. So the customer's really happy with how it's come out, and they've actually asked us to come back and do the drive. So we'll be back on Monday to do this. A little bit mossy, a little bit dirty and grubby. But we'll be back, let's do it. that's us for today. Thanks for sticking with it. If you liked that, please like and subscribe, leave a comment. If you didn't like it, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Head over to the new website, which is www.kentpropertycleaning.com, where you can see all the latest photos, reviews, information, and also book a quote if you'd like us to clean your property. We do hope you enjoyed it, and thanks very much. Hope to see you soon.